when I was still in grammar school. You can also get an occasional direct perception from the higher nature, as I did when I was 16 and a senior in high school. At that time, I went around asking everyone who mentioned God in my presence, "What is God?" because I was anxious to find out something about the nature of God. But I got no answer. I didn't give up because I knew intellectually that originally it must have been something. So I pondered deeply upon it. I went to bed and slept over it, and in the morning from the inside, I had my answer. Now, I realize that your life is very much governed by your early trainings at this point in your life, but there are still some times when you can get either confirmations from the higher nature or direct perceptions from the higher nature. Now, if you're going to begin the psychological growing up, you come to the point where you feel completely willing, without any reservations, to leave that self-centered life, which I accept. And then you go into a direct struggle between the two natures with the two different viewpoints. So now there are hills and valleys in your life, lots of hills and valleys. This struggle can be more or less stormy. Mine was about medium, and some think of it as an ascending experience, with each hilltop becoming a little bit higher than the last hilltop. Let me express this struggle in the words of a college student. She pointed to this struggle I had drawn here, and she said, "I know exactly what you mean by it because I'm in it. One time, all I think about is, I want a new dress. I want a new pair of shoes. And the next minute I'm thinking, what's the matter with me? A lot of people in this world have no shoes. Why should I be thinking about such superficial things?" Once self-centered and once centered in the good of the whole is what that struggle is really all about. Then, if you keep on going, you come to the point where you rise high enough in consciousness to look at the entire universe through the eyes of the higher nature, which I accent. That's a wonderful experience. It's called the peak experience by some of the scientists. Some of the religious people call it the illumination experience. It's a feeling of complete and absolute oneness with all creation. Now, I knew I was one with all fellow human beings before I got there. But now I felt a kinship with the rest of creation. The creatures that walk the earth, the growing things of the